It's not your normal hunt in Texas. It's the famous YO Ranch. We'll see Dirk close the distance on a monster axis buck. And
today on Hunting University, we're going to be at the famous YO Ranch in Mountain Home, Texas, where my daughter Anna is going to try to find one of the big elusive red stags normally found in New Zealand right here in South Texas.
I'm looking at a buck with the rack so tall. I have to raise my ceiling just to get him on the wall. He's right where I want him, got him in my sights. I grab my bow and let the arrow fly. My heart's pumping fast, but my nerves are still. This seems like a dream, but I know it's for real. Charlie and Dirk gonna let it ride from early in the morning till late at night. When it comes to hunting, everything you need to know is here on the Hunting University Show.
it's time for Hunting University with Charlie Ingram and Dirk King. Hunting University is brought to you by CZ USA, Hornady, Mid-South Shooter Supply, Heavy Shot, and Laser Genetics. This week's Hunting University adventure takes Dirk, Charlie, and Charlie's daughter Anna to the world-famous YO Ranch in Texas. The YO Ranch to date is still an operational cattle ranch. Nestled just outside of San Antonio, the beauty of the Texas hill country meets the untamed spirit of the Wild West. Founded in 1880, this 40,000-acre ranch has history around every corner. Home to the largest quality herd of registered Texas Longhorns in the world, the YO Ranch has made a name for itself around the globe. As well as the large Longhorn herd, the YO Ranch is world-renowned for having some of the best exotic hunting available in the States.
Ricky is just one of the guides here. There are a bunch of them. How many guides you got here, Rick?
You know, with our big hunts, we have 19 or 20 guides.
And that's right. And those guys have been here for years. There's not a turnover where you got one guide here one day and one the next. 40,000 acres, I bet there's some of it Ricky still doesn't know, and he's walked and tromped over about every inch of this place, but it's huge. You know, the thing about hunting the YO Ranch is the fact that you have, I don't know, how many species of animals are there here?
There's over 50.
50.
They're born and raised here, and that's what makes the hunting really great, is because they're not raised in a pen and turned out. They're aware, they're challenged.
The key to this entire operation here at the YO Ranch is, number one, they care a lot about the asset. They care a lot about the animal. Number two, these animals are born here. Even to the fact that you've got some animals that are on the endangered species list that really would probably be non-existent if it weren't for the YO Ranch and things of that nature, like the barrasinga, and I think you've actually helped repopulate some of the other native countries with black buck antelope and things of that nature. Is that right?
Yes, sir. You know, Charlie, they got established in the exotic industry in like the late 50s and into the 60s. And so, yeah, they've been accredited to doing a lot of that, reintroducing and, you know, pretty much working and creating this exotic industry as we know it today.
To be able to harvest one of these animals in its wild environment, so to speak, and yet you don't have to have a lot of time away from home to be able to do that. It's just unbelievable.
When Hunting University continues, the stalk is on. Big exotics are close to Charlie and his daughter Anna. That and more when we return to this week's episode of Hunting University at the Texas YO Ranch. They say everything is big in Texas, and that must mean the thunderstorms. Anna Ingram, with her father Charlie, has arrived for a 3-day hunt at the YO for a mature red stag, and it has been wet.
Rain and rain and rain and rain.
Yet, if you were hunting at a place like the YO, a bit of Texas rain shower is not going to hold you back from being out on this spectacular 40,000-acre ranch.
We've been coming for years, my dad has, and Dirt and everyone else that we hunt with, and they'd always told me about how amazing it was and how once you go, you're going to want to keep going back. And so I came down here for the first time and I could not believe the amount of animals. It was amazing. And it absolutely spoils you because you see everything pretty much that was in the ark. At least that's how you feel. So it's the last afternoon of the hunt, and it's raining again, but not as bad, which was good. And at this point, we just decided just to push. And it's the last afternoon, we had nothing to lose, and we were going at it hard. And we got in an area where they were growling and bugling and going crazy. And it was hard to decide which way to go because there were 3 or 4 of them, and I mean, which one do you follow? So we got set up at one place. We could tell he was not far at all, less than 200 yards. And we set up, waited. He was not coming in. He had moved a little further away. So we pick up and move a good 75 yards, set back up again. Same thing happens. And at this point, it's all I can do to hold my gun because you know he's right there, and it's so exciting to be able to hear him. And I was just shaking, I was trembling. The adrenaline is unbelievable. You just go into auto drive and you know what you've got to do. We picked up for the second time and moved, and then we see him. A gorgeous management one, 12 years old, and he comes walking in to the left, not far at all. At that point, Ricky bugles again at him, and he turns around and comes back.
Okay.
Can I shoot? What? Can I shoot?
You hit him. Hit him. Are you shaking, Gil?
The first words out of Ricky's mouth were "good shot," which is exactly what I wanted to hear. And at this point, I'm going crazy. I'm so excited. Oh, my knees are shaking.
I seen the stick shaking.
I didn't know how to control it. I just lost it. I was jumping up and down and dancing and screaming, and I hadn't even seen him yet. And luckily enough, Ricky walked around the corner, and 150 yards, there he was, which makes your emotions go even more ballistic.
He's dead. Right there.
Oh, I was so excited.
Big old trophy.
Oh, he smells nice. Here, hold this for me. Oh,
Look at that.
oh my gosh, I can't even pick him up. Oh, I can't quit crying, I'm so excited. Whew. It was awesome to be able to walk up and see this gorgeous animal that we had hunted so hard for 3 days, and to finally be able to know that it was a success was awesome.
This one right here will do good.
The great thing about hunting at the Wyo Ranch is year-around hunting. Brushing in a ground blind, Hornady rep Neil Davies and Dirt are getting prepared for an afternoon axis hunt.
You got it going here. That's gonna be good.
Yeah,
Gonna be
blends
really
in pretty well. There's plenty of cedar around here and everything.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think this is gonna work. Got about a 250 yard max shot pretty much anywhere out there, so.
Anything on the front's 250.
Yeah.
After getting things ready in the blind, the team backs off the field edge to let things cool down a bit prior to the evening axis feeding. This gives old Dirt a chance to warm his fingers on the piano back at the Wyo Lodge. Then back to the blind.
If anything comes through here, we should be able to make a pretty good shot.
We're set up for a great shot. As long as everything stays the way it's going, we're gonna be having a lot of good luck tonight.
Yeah, it's kind of a live oak draw that runs through here. Should be some movement here within the next hour or so. We should start seeing some come through this draw.
We've been in the stand for about an hour, and all of a sudden we hear the axis buck start to roar. and we knew that something was about to happen. We started getting ready, getting everything comfortable and steady.
Oh yeah, those does are coming right to us.
And about 15 minutes later, we could see some axis does start to move in. And there had to have been, oh, I don't know, 25 of them. And all of a sudden we saw a big axis buck off in the distance, back from where they were coming out of the shin oak.
Good shot.
That worked just like you planned it.
Oh man.
I thought it was never going to happen, you know?
Tell you what.
We had so many eyeballs on us. I had an opportunity out here to go ahead and field test the 165 grain GMX, loaded it in 30-06, performed phenomenally well, high weight retention. You know, it did everything we expected it to do. The animal went down. It was a clean, quick kill. Very happy with it. It's a tough bullet, but it'll still expand reliably even at some of the reduced velocities or at high velocity like what we had in this situation here, where we shot him about 100 yards. This is a hard hunt. People, I don't think they quite understand. The YO is, this is all fair chase stuff out here. There's no doubt about that.
That's definitely true.
Yeah, I mean, my goodness. I mean, we've seen plenty of them, but these axis deer are wild creatures. They do not stick around for anything.
Yes, they are. They're extremely intelligent.
Pretty wily.
Yeah. I mean, their senses are just unbelievable.
What a beautiful animal.
And the way it all fell together this evening was just picture perfect.
Like it was meant to be, basically. Yeah.
That's right.
Welcome back to Hunting University at Texas's own YO Ranch. Axis deer in Texas have become a coveted species to hunt. Being a free-ranging, year-round legal game, these bucks go into rut once a year, providing a deer herd with bucks carrying full racks year-round. Dirt and his guide are hunting in the open grass fields which lie between the tamarack woodlines. This natural boundary between dirt and the game provides a challenge for camera and crew. It makes it easier to stalk toward the herd, but it might be a challenge to get a good shot. The team continues to stalk toward the spotted herd. Closing the distance is the key to getting a good shot.
Hopefully, they'll be bedding down where we can get at least, I don't want to, in this stuff, I don't want to try much past, 200.
You can't get past it.
Well, it's pretty thick, you know.
Finish with morning feed and water, so they shouldn't be down
You rolling? I think the two bucks together are shooters.
Yeah. Oh, sorry.
I don't see the mark.
He's got to be in there. Must be laying by himself. He's bigger. He probably
How many you think are in there?
has his own pad. There's at least 3 shooters, maybe more.
If you can get to that clump of trees over there or close to it, that's probably
It's gonna be
200 or just beyond 200 probably.
Gonna be our best bet.
Hey, sorry you're leaving, buddy. tell you one thing, at least we made it this far.
We cut it in about half.
I tell you, you don't think of Texas being this mess, but now this is pretty tight right here.
It's pretty tight. Making a shot through there is going to be tough. Hope you can handle that.
We're used to that in Tennessee. We have to kind of pick our slots and our down through that big dark timber, but when it's time, let's make absolute for certain, because when you got that many together several times, you know, it becomes a problem. Of course, we're going to let them get separated, but still, even in that timber, when they're moving around, it's difficult switching back and forth. So,
Yeah, I'll tell you when he's open, and we'll pick a slot to shoot at.
If he gets up, let me know. Make sure everybody's on him. Okay, I'm on him. You on him, LJ? LJ, you on him? Here we go. Going hot. If he goes right, we're gonna have to let him come way out. If he turns back left, I'm gonna let her go. Nope, gotta wait. LJ, you on him? Yeah, I got him. I just want to make sure y'all got him. Okay, that leaning gray tree, I'm gonna slip it right down beside it. Looks like it's about right at 200. Here we go. I believe he's cooked. I still see his horn waving. Okay. Look at that. Huh? That is a toad.
That's a toad for sure.
Yeah. Let me tell you something. There is no better axis hunting that I know of on the planet than the Wild Ranch. And Jimmy Drice is as good as it gets. You need to make the play. Go to huntinguniversity.com. There will always be a link over to the Wild Ranch in Mountain Home, Texas. You gotta do it. I think it's the greatest axis hunting there is. Jimmy, thank you, my friend. And I'm telling you, it was a tremendous hunt.
I enjoyed the heck out of it. That was a heck of a long stalk.
Well, we had all our gear right, and sometimes it just works.
It just works.
It worked today.